Hello and welcome back to another episode of Geek with Glasses. In today's episode I want to do a little bit of a speed test. So I've got iOS 7 running on my iPhone 5 here on the right with the silver case on it. And on my wife's phone she's running the standard build of iOS 6.14. The latest build. So what I want to do is just a quick speed comparison to see how these two phones fare against one another. Now I have not done this test other than just a boot up test. I compared the two, but I have not done any app launching, which I'm going to just launch some of the common apps between the two phones and see how well they fare against one another. So this is going to be all new information for me as well, but I do want to make one caveat, whether it's good or bad right now. iOS 7 is a beta build, so I wouldn't assume that it would get any slower than it would be now, but I definitely think that once they tweak the code and get things ready for final production release, that we will get a faster operating system. So in the current state of things, let's go ahead and give this a test. Let's see how iOS 7 running on iPhone 5 versus iOS 6 running on an iPhone 5. And again, what I did to prep these phones is I just completely killed all of the applications on both the phones and shut them down. So let's get this started. Let's see what we can do about starting these bad boys up at the exact same time here. So, and go. Okay, let's see what happens. And again, this is, I've done this startup test already just to do a general comparison, but I have not done an actual test of app launching and seeing how the two perform against one another. So here we go. Got a little bit of a working icon on the right, so the Apple logo goes away a little bit quicker on iPhone 7, but there we go. Very, very similar speed performance, as you can see. I'm already showing a signal on my phone, whereas my wife's phone is still searching for a signal. So they both started up, no service, now it's finding a signal. So they both started up at the exact same time. For the most part, this was a fraction of a second quicker that you saw, but mine had a signal right away, whereas hers did not. So let's go ahead, I'm gonna put in our passwords here and get these up and running. And let's try a couple of quick tests right off the bat. So let's see, what's something that I can quickly start off with? Let's just launch into the phone application since they're both right here and see what happens. So do this at the same exact time. I suspect this is going to be very close. Wrong one, there we go. Okay, so actually seemed like it was a little bit quicker on iOS 6. Let's go back to the home page. So animation on iOS 7 is a bit slower from what I'm noticing than animation on iOS 6. So it's going to look inherently slower off the bat from that, but I don't necessarily think it is actually slower. Let's find her music app, here we go, and launch the two music apps and see how they fare. So iOS 6 jumped into an album a little bit quicker. Mine was on the radio, so it actually had to reach out to the internet to connect, but iOS 6 was just a tad bit faster. Not huge differences, that's for sure. Let's launch Evernote. They're both going to go out and try and connect to the internet. Let's see, where's her Evernote? Here we go. So let's launch Evernote. And pretty spot on. Hers is still loading some information, maybe syncing, I don't know. But they were both very, very similar, very, very quick. They both started up almost the exact same time. Let's see, what's another common app that I could launch between the two? How about Safari? Let's just take a look at Safari. Now this won't be just a speed test, but this will actually be code testing as well. The Safari that's running on iOS 6 versus Safari that's on iOS 7. So let's go ahead and launch that. 6, 7, and they're both, again, I went to a specific web page, hers went to a specific web page, and they were both very, very similar with speed. So right off the bat, I'm not seeing, just with some basic testing, I'm not seeing any major performance increases, but I look at it this way. This is beta software, and it's running as fast as iOS 6 is. So, the question that remains is, once they've tweaked iOS 7, to where we have a final ready to be released code, is it going to speed up even more? And if so, then I think we're going to see some speed edge, over iOS 6 running on similar hardware. Let's do one more application real quick. Let's see, where's my calculator? Let's open her calculator. And again, this is a very minimalistic app. There's not a lot. I think we both have a pretty intense game on here that we can try as well as a final test. So let's go ahead and open up the calculators. Ready? Go. Hers was faster. And again, I think it's animation. You know, I think that the animation on iOS 7 is slowing things down. That zooming in that we're getting with iOS 7, I think that's kind of a, you know, it's slower than the quick transition animation that iOS 7 has. But let's go. I believe she has a copy of Real Racing. Let's see if she still has it on her phone. And yeah, she does. Okay, cool. So it's under that folder. Here we go. All right, so this one should be a true test. You know, it's loading up a game. It's got some graphics rendering. Let's see which one comes out on top. Let's load Real Racing 3. Go. All right. Both looking pretty quick. Ooh, I don't know, 7. Yeah, look at that. So where it really matters, where true CPU optimization comes into play, the 7's faster. That was quite interesting. I wasn't expecting that result. It wasn't, you know, noticeably fast. I mean, it's not super fast, but it is definitely noticeably faster with iOS 7. And I was not expecting that at all, being that this is beta software. So that's actually kind of cool. I like the fact that we're seeing that kind of performance out of beta software. So there you go. There you have it. I just wanted to do a quick video because I was interested myself. I wanted to see how they would perform against one another. So once again, thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please put them in the comment section below. As always, like us on Facebook, facebook.com/geekwithglasses, Twitter, twitter.com/geekwithglasses. You can find us on Google Plus now. Like, subscribe, thumbs up, Facebook, comment, all that good, fun social media stuff. It all helps the show out, and I really appreciate it. So we'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot, and have a great day.